All right, Ebusuafo Emamuni na makwaba eba Ghana Politics Avenue. Ahana open all the trending political stories in Ghana onsa ebekan. Na ene unze na free last week ABC this week na ye Kinofra Town stories anti the stories na nkasa de ya wo US wo detention center in Virginia na ehun mbabaye ne yedi mu nyina mo hye na ye owura Ivan Chey innocent ene da kotwida o CTV say Kinofra boni a wodi ni Ghana no ye try ni na absentia enye yi fise ne boni ne soso na oyo obi so a o means to escape to wherever he wants into no oyo obi a try na absentia enye yi na Ivan Chey chima Kinofra yo obi a esese ye de betumi bia se de ne beba Ghana na wabegina kwadu wayi ni wano na onu oye obi a ne kwadu bia da bɔ ne ye onu nkrofo bia wase omunyuma nkrofo bi wa chese oyom kudu to fa banking sector clean na beka ya sa story emre bi etweme de brem and I say o ma obi ti say papa Kwesi Nduom Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom se obububu otimi sore ni nyuma ni na sei obi say Prince Amoaben so ni nyuma ni na sei ato se enkwada say emisi da suda prison so ntim san go furu na wase omunyuma na waja omo akotena US be yi wanu ambeso ba be yi wanu me go te Ivan Mra de be do obi de be mamo aya Ghana Politics Avenue me go te Ivan Mra sisi a de to aso bia no mo sabeka
a very dangerous president. And obia ababo mine from bia nya kwan no wura ko divo no wura mko ba bia wa bo mine ka and that also tells you nipa Akuffo Addo kofo mo do mbebu mine that is why nya hotam oklo anko every attacker na din na se for say obia wo bibilebu na yemblemu Akuffo Addo because the quality of people Akuffo mo de ba and na be kira braba abebo because which normal person on his right senses and ya fa wa your minister na wa wiese mo dwane but you are not seeing no, but I was saying no more manson. Which normal person? Which means that these people in their entire life, Abanya Juma Crown, they've never served in any capacity. Running his private business, and when he was even a finance minister, he was running or mining like a charity organization where he didn't say Munia the Ope, not in the Google banks. Papa Kwesi Nduom was one of the finest business people in Akroma. What dine a cow there, about 10 crowns to me nante. This is the doing of Atta. Now we are some cross the same way we say business about minor man for we are now baby you are no then mayare and you have people sitting on TV talking nonsense seeking to justify some of these things. For me, I think that the moral obligation is on him. And as a minor, your failure, your failure, and the other woman as well. In the case it's Atta. You cannot speak about Atta and leave Sedinam Tabaco out of it. She's equally guilty because no crowd she has been pronounced guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. She's a convict. And a minor crime as you're dragging on so we need to do it. You understand? And I'm told say no crowd the processes are quite advanced because the federal court hearing the clearance everything has been done. The next thing they said the State Department will give the final destination for her to be extradited to this particular country to continue the jail sentence. You see, Akroma na man for who politics we say e ya venu me ba me nkwa na minim nyansa no modi tumi am de me pe na meye obi be ye common DC akura biase DC otimi wiasa na de ye na brabo asesa. We need to change that particular narrative. Say we did not appoint you to come and look after yourself. Number the larger interest of the community. What I say, Amamona Yeguru from 1990. Can we sit here and quantify the number of people yet liberty or more from poverty to a middle class? We can't.
We can't.
Edina, what's say 1990? They are the same names running in our politics. And the children, from 1990, Obi post 1990. Still today, they are still in power. So it means politics and say and because Omuoma a benefit of Munintino, they are not taking about the larger community. And here over Kurabiasano, and then go to Sisi Hono, and one that does Sisi, but the overall politics, na bra boss sama na sisi na dan atoto ne kasa sa na yire no me say the aba na say oh ya na wasa yire no mana de omako go man for na what ha nti agikim no an say we gane na
no akoka omo
but in any serious country you can't even do that because on mine na wo team a wo say na wo som no your family should be there so amamo na ne niam na because papa wo nkrofo so will go through but on mine there is no sense of decency in our politics. We see politics as a game. ana yase divide ye ho wenum gina ha na wenum gina ha na ye toma na ye ho what are some America you know at the end of the day we are unable to look at the proper issues on the ground and they are emotions ni sabi ankwase akasa na man 40 TV so bia Canada the central key issues are a choke the average Ghanaian no we live it and kind of what issue by you could see a certain concerted effort across the political divide no ankasa the party for be judge them say dabi and then wo ye no gu ye nimase because this is aban ya bedim akonwa 8 years amanfo say ya kromfo amanfo atwe ya form ya lose aba in this particular embarrassing faction bana wo say wo ma no gu ye nimase enti ya sra kan bra oba Ghana Mahama entimi nchechero say wa banti or wa to prison he can't do that and the Attorney General cannot do the same thing that I'm saying say even President Akuffo Addo whose post-tenure prosecutorial window has opened because with the president we are the first 3 years you can be prosecuted.
Yeah.
The president is here. When we say yatam na kwakwa prison. And now Bawumia tam never Bawumia na mo the campaign. Economic management team na tete pansam ya. Na some Bawumia na no da no. But what so be a channel. Bawumia is free working so it is absolutely nonsense. For obibe kwakwa jire be akase kanoforata ba ye be we chante no na na mete say papa be TV or betu kanoforata for say man or ba o nya fa. Why na ya chire nda kwakwa prison? These are cowards who are just running away from accountability. By me, mason, na me say me ya. Oh how na say, yes control fee. Ye retwene ye wi ade na ho atan na be soa. Obi anya modidi no asase yesu. Because him one of my bobo mo anu ni nyina o he nanim na o he obi anim a na nim se nkunan nti no ono hwa twene na say the musi ye duru na so asase yesu.
Esu na be soa.
Exactly. Ye mo obi ade so wa ho atan na be soa. Na esu ye. And that is exactly what Kenoforata is doing. So for me, I think that Ghana for Yama Yaninya Dena sending the red line into her say going forward. Politics is no longer going to be an avenue where twisted minds will get easy access to political power and use it for their personal benefit to the detriment of the large majority of the people who over the years have been languishing in poverty. That so we see a man for now who how hopeless people are. There is no future. You don't even know how to plan your life. There is nothing working for you. And the option to travel those things are not even available to these individuals. That is why you appreciate real life among for But people have gotten it so easy because politics, you can easily steal and make money. And I think we need to start and end it. So I like the energy on the part of the government. Say activity here. Because Kenoforata knows the last time I met Attorney General, I told him say Kenoforata games now we play about this whole extradition process. He knows it is a political thing, so he will fight it. Then he will move to the next chapter, which is I am sick. When he begin to extradition, then he will flip to the page of I am sick. That throw to a realm of human rights. And the medical, so seeking medical care, can you force the person out of the country? It becomes and that too has to also be subjected to another court intervention. So it's a whole deal, you understand? And he knows, and that is why I lawyers a kuku damn as a forum. The last time Attorney General Cockans and we assume Suruntina. Okay. All kinds about Antessa. Because Ghana ne your friends Kenoforata asema yekodi Ghana mfalo ya Ghana ye new representation wo ye nya sa America will be acting as Ghana's proxy ye nkodi asem no America na begina mama yen na Kenoforata ye di nasem obi a wudi nasem de so no so de lawyer ba na tie nasem enti US acting as Ghana's proxy then your friend is Kenoforata with his lawyers enti o kan kire say Kenoforata kofa good lawyers not because of slow but because Kenoforata is determined, vehemently determined to fight his extradition because on the moral lines let me go you can even arrange with them investigation you so 1 week now you can go and continue your care, you come back process and then the rest can continue, but to defiantly say I will not come because I am sick. Kenoforata is never sick because he was seen tracking not sick or not sick or not sick to the extent say now man for describe say or you terminally ill or baby watch and yes and here because you share a bag bonachi on the streets of New York, Washington. Obi oyare no obi oyare na ice for kwakwa tamwo na ye de kwakwa detention center. Detention center na wa America na nya detention center papa bi o Now no me call joy na me the example say Oko Florida. There is a particular one called Alcatraz, your friend saying detention center. Donald Trump asidan no and a what cage why pana what the wires atwa mpan ho hia te say nipa hye cage him te say kura. Nipa da sani o yes wunni your friend say legal status e wa America. Enti ya fa nipa te say kura na ye de watom pass na ye de nkansan atwa ompa no ho hia. Enti wuntimi mpie nko ba bia. So that is the how inhuman this whole thing is. And the nipa share box to box to say ukura because okope bibia bedi o yeso oni nkrata na ya kire na ye treat nipa say bi onye nipa sa detention say menka say ho no wo de kano for atta call ye but the me patch na say in the mind of the president you know this is how he sees you as a common petty criminal bia wo say bi so nim fa so ntino obetim do ahye cage him enti say etimi tam wo no kwhye such your friend say niema numa. Can you tell people say you are sick? You are not sick. Because eyes will not see you. And we are so sick, fragile, going to die tomorrow, and they will put you there. So I think that now the onus lies on him. So Akroma be no. As long as he stays, I impugn amamuno mbebu ye no, and I show the quality the name Akuffo Addo so be ye. Ye kwase sasa nkofo we don be so na wafase ne sa nsem hunu mbedi ye no. Enu nie because maybe if the MPP everything be equal. Now yes, sample MPP as a political party up a quality men are more right conviction to come and lead the Ministry of Finance at the time. Ebianka can afford and qualify.
Yeah.
But for the fact to say, oh your president what facility and overshare her. And now so if there is anybody to blame, you blame the president. That is why your friends say Nyahota Maklo and all other reasonable men of conviction within the party arises to the occasion say if there is anybody to blame for all that is happening, Akuffo Addo. But the MPP as a political party, look at how fractured the party has become. Now you can imagine what they did to Ghana, and beyond that, you see the conduct of Kenofurata and Co. On in the life when you are several abayimuda. Private sector, no, he is not accountable to Obia. I am not the bank. So that is the mindset, that sick, twisted mindset. And I don't know, then I'm not going to say, but we are there and beating me. So I think, Ghana, we need to show that renewed sense of accountability. Now you're making sure that we fast track things, and whoever be ordering Sababo Mindset no, it doesn't matter whether you are MPP, NDC, when I wear wine, when I wear soft when I wear wine. That is why I've always been insisting that the cathedral should be. Your friends say a loud message to people over the years. I had a software Bible katakata yenia. You didn't say who Akroma no. Yes, I say Jelly amount for Mudu Nyansa. Going forward, no, the national interest, no, will be a paramount priority. Will be able to make sure that we walk by that line.
All right, young judge, no, a judge, and I think gives your worry lawyers. Judge reject plea by gives your worry to slow down proceedings in national service scandal case. Yeah.
Oh yeah, constitution in the man. Everybody have right to fair trial, and fair trial has a lot of your friends implications.
Yeah.
Nipa no be man time. I'm gonna prepare the defense. Or be privy to charges. I charge no. Do who say money ya fall within the fold of fair trial because we to me for court summons in komo be adetching our sombre court. Abra we nya daje enkan krata no. Enya hu ni defense. Enya who is going to represent me. You need to constitution make it quite clear, give them time and as for the question they say Sanya man give to what when you now when so when you Sanya man when you na process no has activated a course you don't determine when you come to court. Now yet Akroma say ambulance case na omode where you come no finance minister you out way every blessed day be not court.
Yeah, to force
for how many years? Every blessed day no say ya won't mean hwe. They were using the court to frustrate you. And I'm saying these people don't know when quite because I won't be no question and never will crowd get a so about kind of one because you are guilty of some of these things. But the fact of the matter is, are you being witch hunted? Is the court as a place of adjudication, you know? Or yeah, there be a now for that one I will speak for you. Because we want fair trial. But as long as court near Mabia and Ghana for one accountability, and he thinks they can expedite the process and make sure we achieve speedy conviction, you know. I'm not sure any normal person will fight against this. You understand? They have no case. It's just a way of stalling the process because you see, they were convinced Ghana you're fast here no court 8 years in the bedia na 8 years in the bedi. Now buying for fraba now. That is the mindset. But or the speed at which we no corner here. Bosumi and Sankra Maumbe into 1 and no reasonable judge will sit in the court and accept this nonsense unless you are able to raise legitimate grounds affect with defense affect or right in a forum. But barring all these things there, no judge will listen to you. So for me, I think they need to dance to the tune of their own music. These people had easy access to power, they had easy ticket to power, and they foolishly abuse it because to sit at the National Service Secretariat, you are dealing with poor young people who are desperate, hopeless, coming out of the university. Now, who has a crowd where you need musica boss and Akroma to top bag to kind coba, the Ukunu coba, edge scholarship and so forth. When you know, say, or mining your way up at it got to a time. A buyer when them radio station among for a friend or Madame Nachama and I Wakoto team, then as a forum, where these funds were coming from, people were not even interested. That is what I've always advocated. Said, when people are in power, they hold position of honor. We must begin to scrutinize them, their source of income, then as a forum, and what the person is doing. Because I mean, this Auditor General report for me, that is absolute trash and nonsense. Because no normal society will sit down and allow people to steal millions of dollars. And I know the year they put in a good book back since 1990. Any corrective measure biana, you make sure that we prevent the occurrence of that infraction.
Yeah.
I understand it's difficult, but because we need to deploy mechanism aimed at ensuring that we target the institutions while the person is there. We make sure we prevent it within the year. Not always putting it in a book. Auditor General report. Hey, opa me amfa to TV so and discuss when you
yeah.
Dance abe ne wo.
Eno akra de ba kwa ye hu ye se agenda 111 no kra ye tua sika ma nkrofo ma anya adwuma bia Auditor General say wase charge wo mo de shuka me pay.
So I think those corrective measures we need to adopt because National Service Secretariat for people to sit there submit names to Parliament. When names are either come Parliament in a different from names are all control editor among foka. And Parliament has an oversight because it is not for nothing.
Yeah.
And Parliament need to exercise that oversight responsibility at the amount. So you cross-check and make sure that the numbers. But for the Parliament so the core job that these people are supposed to avail their mind to know, they didn't. And also to any fertile avenue on the background, control and also almost documents in the buy massa say come, no proper verification. And I rely on monthly verification. They have a way of making sure they verify themselves and will get the money paid. So it means within your financial engineering there is a fundamental weakness. I say address it. One person cannot sit at a particular office and steal millions of Ghana cedis. What we know na abato radios na fe no be ATM e ho na be hu expert hold Ghana na semba na hu security expert. Economic expert nso mo to na hu expert bia wo mabrabo mo asemasi no na security expert na we wan expert na nsem hunu kwa 1 week ya kasa with TV so ya wie asem na san. We are not serious as a country. You understand? So for me I think say abaya na de onka na nontum na de eba ikura de onyehun hwe cause e kose wadifo a the law no I understand behind the scenes I understand the ultimate aim is to get the money. That one is sure, but we cannot create a system where buyer brana betua na fa ahudi and say ko bia bewia they are investment na me ba na me fa 1 million we have me fa 1 billion na me de kobo brana 10 years achi ya cheme na se me de aye nyuma ye na kasa woju sika it's just a matter of beju sika na me mpe 500 bi nto so krono na me boy na wona mabere wase no eno de ko people are not looking at the other benefit that would have gone to other people. We are looking at the onu gain here, but the negative aspect na am say ma obi anya na dwuma obi ese ya fa na national service wonya kwanya na ode ya fa na se wakose no ho akomfo obi to kwan desperate wakoka obi man so Egypt baby a oya any slave. These things we don't quantify. We are only looking at sikana nipa na fire no but the reverse no we don't look at. That is how narrow sometimes we are. So for me I think say yentimi nkase ya chichiro obi na koto prison but the gina mra na nim there Attorney General has to do everything, speed up the process, make sure, say, come at the end of the 4 years, the only message Mahama can tell the people of this country is say, Omo muwia musikano, omu feti ni, And I listened to somebody on TV so why tall list of we say from 1992 MPP ni bia no ya jail no for corruption na all list NDC for ya jail for and say oh you are. So for them they think that is a gain. So now the ball is in your court. If you joke around it and let them go scot free, that is your own business. You understand? Because you see, we need to make the system such that a man for corn no say and for me that is the bottom line. Because a teacher near cut to 5,000 sona. I didn't think a minister with 20,000 and so on.
Yeah.
What I say? You say to me, Yana and some now. I think that on mine benefit as Obiano, Obian Saba can have to chill mine because I don't believe in the way Nimian Sachin will be where when the chain will be. It take a concerted effort. And the collective mind of us all, irrespective of who you are, will be a carpenter, will be chradie, will be clinic, your friend say, will be clinic, toilet, so will be a clinic school. The concerted effort of all of us and the cabo more my mind. What does I now call Trotro station here? Trotro driver and a woman is already on the Pana when I will know. Okanaka, you are manager, maybe I will not tell what to say. Or be a whole fast work. And your mind on to see a beginning who say be important, no, or mine ye. That is why I call Europa or more clinic. Shop and answer for another day, they're able to take care of themselves because or any decent earning. Wow, we know the name every across request you know to me a double job and answer for as a lawyer crano every abosome be susika or the coffee no now as a lawyer we need sasika no and do who na over to me I way on so I think that is a system that we need to create just to ensure say you be offer that
Busua ya da masema de brenam that see yes diga kan I Ghana politics have open all the trending podcast stories in Ghana ya na unsa ebeka no na ni dedika ba channel so be subscribe to channel na Facebook notification bell no on don sa bo so be video bia ni video afu bia be bia unsa betumi akabi na afin so video a wo hwie be so be like ni wa share ama afufro so sa akabi na comment section won so adwenche bia wo fa ho bia no that wo onye nya dia no baba ye ne hu de be ya e betima bo Ghana amamom amana tumpon ye da mu nyama sesa maje bre na mboti Ghana 47 ya Akroma.